Maestro Leonard Slatkin back at Heinz Hall with the Pittsburgh Symphony for Richard Strauss, Conrad Tao, Gershwin, and what's our third piece on the program?
Conrad Tao.
Conrad Tao. Oh, of course, it's Pangu. Great to be with you. Thank you for coming to see us this weekend.
Yeah, it's been too long.
And Symphonia Domestica. This is a giant piece by Richard Strauss telling a domestic story. The Strauss household.
It's about the Strauss family.
His wife, Paulina de Anna, and their son.
And the thing about this piece is a little bit like the Alpine Symphony. It's derided often because they feel that the program, the story, is not something that really relates and it should just be approached as a pure piece of music. But when you think about it, kind of all the orchestral works of Strauss all tell stories. And just because it happens to be personal, I mean, what's the problem with an author writing an autobiography? Why is it so wrong for a composer to try to depict, in this case, what family life in the Strauss household was about? It is one of the most extraordinary pieces of compositional dexterity that I know. Essentially, there are only three themes in the work. You have a theme of Strauss, 3 notes. You have this theme of Pauline, it's 3 notes. And you have a theme of the son, who's just an infant in this, very small. And he takes these themes, he manipulates them, he puts them together, he creates fugues out of them, he has the exotic oboe d'amore. And it's quite a large orchestra, it's got 8 horns. I don't use the saxophones because you never hear them, so why bother? But the rest is fun, and apparently hasn't been played here in quite a while, so it's nice to get this to an orchestra that really has the chops to do it. You have to be a really good orchestra to play this piece.
Now, with Don Juan, Heldenleben, we have a pretty good program. How much of a descriptive program did he leave for us?
He didn't leave very much, but he left enough that makes it interesting. We know when it starts. We know that we're introduced to the 3 main characters. We know that there is a time when the young child is complaining about going to bed. You hear the bells intoning 7 o'clock. And we know that the period before they wake up has, to put it politely, a very romantic interlude. This piece comes before he wrote Der Rosenkavalier, which, as you know, opens with a representation of the 2 lovers. This one is even more X-rated.
Explicit.
In the music.
Wow.
It's very clear what's going on here.
Okay.
And then the morning comes, they wake up, they go to breakfast, everybody's fighting, that's why we have fugues. I know when I wake up, the first thing I do is think of a fugue right away. What I tell audiences, and I'll be speaking at these concerts, is I show them the motives, the musical motives that are associated with each of the characters, play a couple of excerpts so they see how sometimes they interact, where one character is here and another one's here. And then I leave it to the audience to decide which character ends the piece. I don't think Strauss meant it to be amusing, but if you go through the 43-minute journey, it's very amusing to see how he ends it. So that's all I'm going to say about that part of it.